Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dive Into Diet. I'm with the star of the show, Lucas Schmidt. Lucas, I feel like you have this look on your face, like you're just going to let down me and everyone watching.
No, I'm just going to reveal the truth to you.
We're truth tellers.
And if the truth hurts, then you should be hurt. No, I'm just kidding.
I
think there's a famous saying, if the truth will kill it, let it die, something like that. It's deep, right?
That's deep.
Oh.
But this isn't a deep episode. This is
just
a fun episode.
It's fun. We're going to talk about foods that a lot of us either grew up loving or love. Not a ton of foods. Some staples in any junk food kitchen.
Yep. Let's go over them.
And by kitchen, I mean cupboard, because junk food typically by nature is not, you don't cook it yourself. Not if it's respectable junk food. You should be able to peel open some plastic and eat it at any time.
Not if it's real man's
Or
junk
throw it in the
food.
microwave.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to go down. I have some nutrient labels printed off.
Yes.
I have some fun foods that everybody probably likes. And we'll see if I ruin anybody's day. No, I just want to talk about sort of the health implications and maybe how to interpret some of these nutrient labels so you're not misled into thinking this is good for you. And maybe reasons to steer clear of some of these foods.
And also, like, we've done videos on replacements. So
Sure.
maybe after this, head to some replacement
Consult
videos.
those to soothe your soul, or be put more into despair, depending on your interpretation. So the first thing I'm going to look at is Hot Pockets. You ever? Oh man, Hot Pockets are so good.
So good.
It's like perfect video game food too. You ever play video games or watch TV Saturday morning or afternoon when you're not in school? I remember eating a lot of Hot Pockets.
They come in those pouches.
Gosh, they're so stinking good.
Yep.
Now this particular Hot Pocket, I think these are the smaller ones, not the minis. They're just kind of mid-size. One sandwich. This is the serving size. So one little pocket thing. 310 calories, 14 grams of fat, 6 of which is saturated, 25 milligrams of cholesterol. That's not a lot of cholesterol. 630 milligrams of sodium. We're pretty high on the sodium there. 35 carbohydrates, 3 of which are sugars, like added sugar, and 10 grams of protein. Vitamin A, 4%. This is of daily value. It's a reference chart. 4% of your vitamin C for the day. 20% of your calcium and 10% of your iron. So let's look at the ingredient list. Enriched flour is the first ingredient, which means flour with added vitamins, probably the cheapest form possible. Water, second ingredient. Cooked Italian-style meatball, which consists of pork, water, and textured vegetable protein. Interesting that they need that in a meatball. That's interesting. Meatball, but textured vegetable protein is what we're using. And that protein has an ingredient list of its own, which is soy protein concentrate and caramel color. Boy, if that doesn't just make you just craving a Hot Pocket, I don't know what will. And then we have breadcrumbs, which also has its whole list of ingredients. And then the rest is less than 2% of a long list of things. Spices, salt, potassium chloride, garlic powder, yeast extract, natural flavorings, giant quotes. Sodium, it's a little blurry here, tripolyphosphate, reduced fat mozzarella cheese, which has its own list of sub-ingredients, tomato paste, soybean oil, sugar, seasoning, more breadcrumbs, again, dried garlic, tomato powder, spice, salt, dextrose, dried onion, maltodextrin, citric acid, natural flavor, modified food starch, fractured palm oil, yeast, dough conditioner blend. I don't know what that means. Salt, Romano cheese with flavor. Flavor. Doesn't say what flavor. Enzyme modified Romano cheese. More Romano cheese. Dry garlic. There's a lot of dried garlic in here. Sodium, sterile. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Lactylate. Methyl cellulose, dried onions, flavor. More flavor. Just random. It just says flavor. Flavor by itself. Natural butter flavor. Whey, potassium chloride, soy, flour, and egg white. Typically, ingredients are listed in order of prevalence, meaning how much. There's a lot. Look at this.
It's a long
All
list.
of that is ingredients and sub-ingredients. I'm going to rate this, if I had to rate it on a report card like at school, this is going to be an F.
It's failing.
Primarily because I can't pronounce half the ingredients. Secondary, because there's too many ingredients. And people are like, well, why is too many ingredients bad? I guess it's not necessarily always bad. But tons and tons and tons of ingredients usually implies heavily processed. It means moving it away from actual food to industrial product.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It also isn't considerably high in essential nutrients. 10 grams of protein for all of that, I want a lot more. If I'm eating 310 calories of all that ingredient, there better be a lot of protein. And considering it's looking like a lot of the protein is soy protein, meaning we're not absorbing but 50% of that, it's not really 10 grams. So delicious. Nutritious? No. Sorry, Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets is an F.
F. For fun. But fun doesn't always mean good.
It's true.
All right, I couldn't get a thorough ingredient list of McDonald's French fries, which is not a good sign. So I'm not going to read the ingredient list. There should be 3 ingredients. Potatoes, oil, and salt. That's sadly not everything. There's like milk product in French fries at McDonald's. So I'm just going to go through the nutrient label here. This is a small. The thing is I couldn't gather is there's a lot of nutrient labels. I was looking at these. It's very hard. I guess I could have gone by McDonald's and spent money on food I wasn't going to eat, but I don't like to waste food, and bought one and read the bag. But this is a small, and the serving size, I'm just going to give you the serving size. 71 grams. It's not a lot. It's really not a lot of food. Grams, 71 grams. It's not a lot of weight for food. It's really not. When I bake, the few times I do, I use a gram scale. So I weigh in grams. I don't use cups of flour. I do by gram. It's the UK system, or the European system, I guess. It's more accurate is why I use it. So anyway, 71 grams, serving size of 1. And I don't know how many servings are in a small. So you could ask them that if you're McDonald's. How many servings of this are in a small? Hopefully they know the answer. But in one serving of small French fries, you have 230 calories. 11 of them are fat. They say trans fat 0. If they use any hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oil, there are trans fats. It's just by law, you can list 0 if it's less than 1 gram per serving. What if it's 0.9? You got to watch out for that stuff. So, cholesterol, 0. Wow, 0 cholesterol. That's a shocker. I'm not against cholesterol if it's good cholesterol. 160 milligrams of sodium. Not too bad. Sodium's okay if it's the right form. 29 carbohydrates, 3 of which are fiber. Yeah, okay. 0 added sugar. 3 grams of protein, more than I thought from McDonald's French fries. There is 15% of your daily vitamin C. I'm assuming from the potato. From the little bit of potato in that straw. That little straw of potato. 2% calcium, 2% of your iron, 0 vitamin A, nothing else to speak of. These get an F. Very high in calories. I'm very skeptical that 71 grams constitutes the entire serving of small fries. My guesstimation would be there'd be 2. You can confirm by buying them.
It's an F.
It's an F. No 3 grams of potato protein. Unless it's from that milk product they dump all over it. Then maybe you're getting a little protein from the milk, which is absorbable. So you got to figure that out. But do you want milk on your French fries? High in calorie, low in micronutrients. Not a great start. I bet you the ingredient list is simpler than the Hot Pockets, though. So it's got that going. And they are just so delicious.
They are good.
Golly Moses.
They are good.
I'm not here to tell you you're evil if you eat them. They're delicious. It's just they're not good for you. Oreos.
I love Oreos.
No, so do I.
I love Oreos.
So the ingredient list is a lot shorter than the Hot Pocket. Not short, though. Sugar, first ingredient. Not a good sign. Unbleached enriched flour. So, it's unbleached flour. That's actually better, but it's enriched. Yeah. Means they've fortified it. So with some vitamins. Palm and or canola oil. Cocoa processed with alkali, which is that's Dutch pressed cocoa. It's pretty good. High fructose corn syrup. Leavening, which is baking soda. Salt, soy lecithin. artificial flavor, chocolate, natural flavor, yellow 5-dye, blue 5-dye, red 40-dye, and red 3-dye. A lot of dyes in something that's brown. It's weird. What's interesting to me is they use natural flavor, but before that, artificial flavor. I'm guessing the artificial flavor's in the filling.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know. So that's the ingredient list. Not a great list. Contains wheat and soy. That's not the reason I hate it. It's just process. Calories in 2 cookies, which is nothing.
You can't just have just 2.
Absolutely not. That's
You can't.
ridiculous. 2 cookies, my foot. 140 calories in 2 cookies, 7 of which are fat, 2 grams saturated fat, 0 cholesterol, 85 milligrams sodium, 21 carbs, 13 of which are added sugar. Less than a gram of protein. 0% on micronutrients except 6% of your iron from the fortified wheat, meaning you're probably not absorbing any of that iron because it's not heme iron. Heme iron is animal iron. Fortified iron is generally garbage. Not good.
Not good
F,
at all.
But man, delicious. The only thing that this has over the other, well, no, it doesn't. I feel like it's easier to control the serving size on this, right? An Oreo feels complete, even though you want to eat more. A French fry is incomplete. I've got to eat more than a French fry, right? That's ridiculous.
Correct.
So with an Oreo, you could have one with your coffee and moderate it. Okay, I'll yield at that. And the ingredient list is shorter than the Hot Pocket, so it gets an F+, where the others got an F-. I was going to do this, but it would take me a whole episode to go through the ingredient list on a Domino's artisan spinach and feta pizza, so we're going to save that for another time.
I'm assuming that probably wouldn't be great.
No, it's absolutely terrible. Lay's Classic Potato Chip. So potato chips.
I like potato chips.
Potato chips eke out the competition in one reason. Short list of potatoes, vegetable oil, and salt. That's it.
But vegetable is bad, right?
It's not good for you. But hey, I understand every one of those ingredients. And I at least know what they're going to do to me. More than likely.
It's true.
So that gets it. We're going to probably be D-.
D- for the Lay's?
For now. 1 ounce, which is 15 chips, which weighs 1 ounce. That's nothing.
So you're not getting anything out of this.
This is like,
yeah.
There's no way you're just eating 15 chips.
Yeah, that's why you have to eat.
Unless you hate yourself, and then you'll eat 15 chips or less. If you love yourself, you won't eat them at all, and you'll eat something more nutritious. But all right, they're delicious. 160 calories, 10 grams of which are fat. 1.5 grams saturated fat, 0 cholesterol, sodium 170 milligrams, potassium 350 milligrams. That's pretty good because of the potatoes, I'm assuming. Total carbohydrates 15 grams, less than a gram of added sugar, 1 gram dietary fiber, nothing to speak of. 2 grams of protein, probably from the potato. It has to be. And trace minerals from the potato, because potatoes do have trace minerals. They're plant minerals, some of which are absorbable, some maybe not. Some vitamin E, niacin, magnesium, zinc, vitamin B. Oh, excuse me. These are boring me. Thiamine, iron, and vitamin C. Keep in mind, I just listed a long list of trace minerals. None of these are in high amounts, except zinc, vitamin B, 10%. But it's plant-sourced. Good luck absorbing. So, D-.
D- for the Lay's.
D- for the Lay's.
You know what? This was humbling.
So,
This was a humbling experience, but also like, I like the way you read these labels, and I hope the audience kind of gets something from that in terms of just how you're looking at these things.
What I'm hunting for is, am I getting substantial protein from this?
Right.
If it's high calorie, do I get protein for it?
Right.
If not, not always a no-go, but pretty often.
And then you're also looking at the amount of ingredients.
I'm looking at the amount of ingredients. How simple is this? How
what's
processed?
Number one?
Yeah, Lay's pretty.
But
vegetable oils are highly processed, but you can eat a little bit more than normal to get to a serving size. But they're really high calorie for very little macronutrient. So, well, if you're getting fat and carbs, you want something with it.
Yeah.
Micronutrients like vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, something like that.
Yeah.
If I eat pineapple, I'm getting a ton of carbs, but I'm getting some bromelain, some digestive enzymes, some vitamin C, some antioxidants, right?
Right.
So I'm getting something for it.
Right.
And sadly, with processed foods, you really don't get much for it.
Yeah.
So it's just high calorie and very little payoff.
Honestly,
You do have something to show for it, though, and you'll wear it around. It's called fat. You will get fat if you eat lots of that.
Honestly, I like this type of episode. This was cool.
Okay, good.
Like, thank
Maybe
you for
we'll do more.
Yeah, for going over
If
that.
you want to comment some food you want me to rake over the coals or discover that it's not as bad as we thought,
Yeah.
I'm happy to do that.
Guys, comment below. Lucas, thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
time today. Rock on. Guys, as always, we'll see you guys next time. If there's something you want us to review, put in the comments below, and we'll get to that next time.
Don't go away.